after receiving their Southland Conference regular season championship trophies. So they are cutting down the nets, are the Lamar Lady Cardinals, as they'll move to one end of the court, and one by one, as Athletic Director Jason Henderson gets the Clippers out there for the women, who will get their chance to bask in the glory of winning the Southland Conference championship for the first time in 4 years. And Alice Robinson, one of the seniors, will be first lady up for Lamar. Again, the women won their game 92-77 over Southeastern Louisiana, as Gia Ayers set a career high with 39 points, the sixth best all-time point production for a women basketball player at Lamar in school history. 44 the school record set by Tamara Baldi and Laura Webb. 43 by Kara Audrey against North Texas in 1984. Laura Webb also at 41 against Western Kentucky. We saw that game in 1996. Susan Summons had 41 points against McNeese in 1980, and then 39 will go in the books for the Lady Cardinals on their all-time single game scoring list. Laura Webb also had 38 against McNeese back in 1995. In addition to Gia Ayers scoring 39 points. I need a box score. And once again, 15 points for Keandra Bowers, 14 for Dominic Edwards, and Carolina Desalu with 4 points and 8 rebounds, 8 points for Shauna Long. All right, with the elongated women's celebration here, Tick Price, interim head coach of Lamar, is joining us courtside. And Tick, what about this game tonight? First of all, how about the women winning a championship? You know about winning championships in the Southland. They're not easy to come by.
No, they're not, but Coach Harmon has done a tremendous job. Their pressure defense, she installed a press since day one. Seemed like each game they got better and better in their press. The rotations were perfect. She's quite a competitor herself. And I just want to congratulate Lady Cardinals for a job well done.
I was going to say, it's not easy for a coach coming in with somebody else's players to try and win. She only had one new recruit that has contributed, Keandra Bowers, but otherwise changing up the system and believing. I mean, Lady Cards have been competitive in the past. They've had competitive players, but to win the title, certainly a tough and quite an accomplishment for the Lamar women. We wish them well in the tournament next week.
Yeah, well, you know, when you first take a team, they're not a team yet. They're a bunch of individuals, and then you have to mold that into a team. And Coach Harmon has done a great job in doing that, getting the kids to play in her system. I think she's done a tremendous job of making sure she identifies who would be her best five, and then she has been able to get people in position where they can be successful.
All right, let's talk about your game with Southeastern. Of course, you're trying to put a team together here for the final 5 games of the year, and of course, I think they acquitted themselves overall quite well, considering, but here tonight had a little hiccup, and it was certainly tough to solve that 2-3 zone, especially early in the game, a lot of dry spells.
Yeah, we had a lot of dry spells because we missed a lot of open shots. And then I think they did a good job in making sure that they're contesting our shots on the perimeter. After we started missing a couple, I think we started shooting it. We didn't have much confidence when we took shots, but I'm real proud of our players. They played well. But I don't know how many and ones we gave up to, especially in the second half.
It might have been 7 right there at the end.
And so when you give up that many and ones against a team like Southwestern, obviously that's going to come back and bite you.
Yeah, I was going to say they had 32 points in the paint among their 71 points, and I know you're a defensive guy. That's just not acceptable.
No, it's not, and it's frustrating. We were hoping that at least we could end the season on a good note. We did compete, though. 5 games, we competed very well. Now it's time to get out on the recruiting trail for us. And hopefully we can add a few pieces to go with what we've got.
I was going to say, how about the senior Amos Wilson? Since you took over as head coach, he's been double digits in every game and had a double-double tonight with 19 points and 10 rebounds. Certainly he was in there fighting to the end.
He was, and I'm glad to see him have a great game. I told him that this may be your last time lacing it up at Montaigne, but these are your brothers. We wanted to win this game for him. However, you got to put together a 40-minute effort. I thought the effort was good, but I didn't think that we broke down. We didn't contain dribble penetration a lot tonight. And when we did contest the post guys, we foul them. You foul them and don't allow them to score.
With Tick Price after the game and against Southeastern, winning 71-62. Now in the first game against Lamar, they beat them with a three-pointer. They hit 16 threes, which was one off the school record. Tonight they only hit 3 threes. I mean, did that sort of surprise you, the way they were going inside to their big guys?
Well, no, it's not a surprise because we tried to crowd their three-point shooters as much as we could. And when we closed out, we tried to close out with high hands. But they did. They did a good job at exploiting our big guys because we didn't have a lot of depth in that position. And once Donovan Ross got his second foul in the first half, and then he picked up a quick foul in the third in the second half, we had to go back with OG. OG is not as physical. He's a finesse and a stress forward. And so they kind of exploited us some in the paint.
All right, final comments. What's the potential of this Lamar basketball program?
I think we've got a lot of potential. I think some good things are ahead for us. I just think right now they're adjusting to a different culture. That culture is going to change. I'm hoping that our kids will take it serious and work on their games in the off season, get in the weight room and get physically stronger. I think if we do those things, we'll have a chance to contend for a Southland Conference Tournament.
I was going to say, I saw a few nice things, but that pressure defense in backcourt, caused them some problems there for a while. That's when you cut that 10-point lead down, got within striking distance.
Yeah, that's when you have to sustain your effort and have some court savvy and have that competitive edge about us. We were not able to sustain our effort. We got a little bit winded. But all of that is going to come. Our press is going to get better. We really only had 2 weeks, 3 weeks at the most, 2.5 weeks to put all of our pressure defenses in and still adjusting the pressure points on the floor. Our rotation is not as sharp as it need to be, but I do think that we learn a valuable lesson. If we compete, we give ourselves a chance to win a basketball game.
All right, Tick, the number one question on all Lamar fans' minds are, I know you may want a couple days to think this over, but are you going to apply for the job full time?
I don't have time to think about it.
You need to take a couple days to think about it.
That's the first thing from my mind. I've been thinking about winning basketball games. And the bottom line is it's out of my hands anyway. It's up to the power
But
to
you
be.
got to let them know that you're interested.
Well, I guess
they know you're interested or you wouldn't have taken the job in the first place.
Yeah, that's right. But right now, I'm going to take a few days off and enjoy some time with my family, and then, at that point, I'll find out where everybody is in terms of that thought process.
But it's a big commitment because, coaching's 24/7 and not too many vacation days.
Well, that's been my lifestyle for 35 years, so it's nothing new.
All right, Tick, again, congratulations on the win on Thursday. I didn't get to see you after that game, but certainly that was an inspired performance against the old Privateers.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're talking about that game in New Orleans.
Yeah, well, I think they went back quiet. I think they thought they were going to come here and get a win. We did. We played well. We were able to get in transition. The disappointing part of this game, we didn't get transition buckets. And we're at our best when we're running. I think that zone had us slowing our transition game down. But against, it's like I told them, we got to push the ball whether it's a made or missed shot. And I think we got a little bit winded because we're trying to press on one end and push it on the other end. And I think we got a little bit winded, so it took away from the effectiveness and the efficiency of us converting points on the fast break end.
All right, Tick, thanks again for your candid comments. And I know you're a Cardinal no matter what happens in the future.
Right. That's
as far as doing good things for the university.
Go Cards.
All right, Tick Price, interim head coach of the Lamar Cardinals, falling here tonight by the score of 71-62 to Southeastern Louisiana. Back with final comments from the Montaigne Center after a 2-minute timeout for the coaches sponsors here on 560 KLVI.
Southeast Texas turns to Kinsel for the best deals and the best